The way to help change this automatic unconscious coping skill of his is for the unconscious part of his brain to gain proof that he's safe. All right. Hi, everyone, and welcome to Live Support with Odille for changing negative implicit childhood memories using the Remmert Method. We've created this forum for those who've watched our YouTube videos or read our book and need personal help with using the techniques to get changes, but aren't in a position to do one-to-one sessions. If you're new to the Remmert Method, be sure to check out the links in the description of this post. And if you'd like to submit a question or you'd like me to take you through the process of changing memories in this forum, check the link in the description of this video for details on that as well. First up today, I've got a question from Raquel. Raquel asks, I've been having a hard time with my son's OCD behavior. He is constantly verbally vomiting out all his concerns and confessions to me. It's like he needs to make sure he expresses every little detail of what he does, almost like he's confessing and needing constant reassurance. For example, when he walks into the room, he says, I think I might have stepped on your computer cord, okay? And the spoon I just used touched the counter, and is it okay if it touched my mouth? And when I was done using the bathroom, I washed my hands, but I think I washed them too quickly, so I don't know if all the germs came off. Is that okay? And the hand I used to wipe myself in the bathroom is the same hand I'm using when I'm on your phone, but I washed it, so that's okay, right? Or should I wash it again? Do you think the germs are still there? You told me to get off your phone in 10 minutes, but I think I went over and it was on for 11 minutes, okay? Or if he accidentally hurt me by stepping on my foot, he'll apologize and then say, I don't know, though, if I meant to do it on purpose. Did I? Because I think I knew you were standing there, so maybe I stepped on your foot on purpose. Oh my gosh, Odille, it's so much. I feel so bad because I don't have the patience and will sometimes ignore him just so I don't blow up, which has created a new issue of him always asking, did you hear me? My husband also doesn't have much patience. My son probably has 6 to 7 episodes of this daily. I tried practicing what you've suggested and given him assurance and stayed calm, but my patience didn't last too long. And I feel so guilty each time I don't meet his needs of reassurance and unconditional love. How do you suggest I handle this? So first of all, well done for reaching out for help with this, Raquel, and for practicing the previous suggestions. The thing that stood out to me mostly as I was reading through what you've been describing your son, the type of things he says is a kind of mirror image of your health anxiety. You've probably picked that up as well, that he's pretty much doing what you were doing with your health anxiety. So he's learned how to survive in that way. So it's important to know and to remind yourself that, first of all, that the way you feel when you experience this with your son is not about him and it's not about his behavior. So those automatic reactions and the lack of patience and feeling that if you don't ignore it, you'll blow up, all of that, none of it is actually about him or his behaviors. It's the unconscious part of your brain's response to what you're hearing and seeing based on your own unconscious childhood references. You are experiencing his behavior without your conscious knowledge. The unconscious part of your brain is referring to something in your childhood or a lot of things in your childhood, and then pumping stress chemicals into your system. And then you are experiencing the irritation or the impatience or the kind of thing, and it appears to be coming from your experience of him. His behavior means something to the unconscious part of your brain, and it's reacting to that meaning. So answering the conscious mind first, using logic. Of course, as I said, your son has learned by growing up, experiencing your own coping skills and anxiety, that extreme anxiety you had, that's the way to survive. that that's the only way to stay safe. And the problem with our automatic coping skills is that they're unconscious. So he can't change his behavior consciously, no matter how much he may want to or try to. So knowing this can help to consciously remind yourself that every time he asks you those questions or tells you extraneous things, it's automatic, unconscious, and he can't help it. He's not making a conscious choice in that moment to do it. The way to help change this automatic unconscious coping skill of his is for the unconscious part of his brain to gain proof that he's safe. And of course, as we know, the unconscious part of the brain doesn't use logic or reason. So knowing that he's physically safe is not enough. That's the conscious mind. So to that unconscious part of the brain, being safe means that the adults around you are safe and happy and loving and kind and patient and calm and relaxed. But because the stress and anxiety has been around him for all his life so far, that conditioning, of course, is very ingrained, and it's extra strong because it's connected to the survival state. So it'll take some time to change. So the answer is to change your own childhood references so that you are automatically, unconsciously calm, relaxed, patient, and happy inside yourself, regardless of his coping skills. And the way to get to that, because just as he can't help his behaviors, you can't help those automatic reactions either, because they're also unconscious. So the way to get to that, of course, is making sure that the child in you has proof in the form of new implicit childhood memories that she is always safe and loved. So memories of your own parents being calm, loving, physically affectionate, relaxed, kind, they're safe, they're fun, compassionate, supportive, and so on. So you can use the bookmark memories for guidance in this, if you like, and I'll put a link to the bookmark memories in the description of this video for those who need it. And make sure that your new childhood is your top priority, because that is what will change you enough to allow your son's brain to relax and no longer need those coping skills, which will then automatically result in different behavior. But it can take time because, like I said, it's survival. Change the negative memories, create new ones, and practice those until they're really established. So what you're aiming for is an entire new childhood. So your whole childhood was amazing, so that when you think of your childhood, you feel this warm, safe, wonderful feeling. That's what you're aiming for. And amp up those good feelings as much as possible, because that's what's going to make those establish those new memories. And then whenever you find yourself feeling anything negative in response to your son's behaviors, immediately recognize that that's the child in you feeling those feelings, and immediately play a new childhood memory of your parents giving you love, attention, affection, reassurance, patience, compassion, support, and anything else that child in you needs. So I hope that helps, but let me know if you need any more suggestions.